Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Commerce Aspirants. Today we'll be learning few more details of FEMA. In previous class we had understood what is the difference between FEMA and FERA and why did FEMA replace FERA. So as FEMA is the latest act, we have to learn a bit more details about that act. So first we'll take a look at what are the objectives of FEMA. So those who are new to the class, let me just brief you that we have started this channel Commerce Aspirants for all the commerce students who are preparing for their MHSET exams, UGCNET examinations and other commerce level examinations. This course is conducted in 3 languages, in English, Hindi and Marathi. So if there are any friends of yours who want to study in any of these languages, you can share the video with them. Also if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, and after each unit is completed the PDF will be shared on Telegram. So if you haven't joined the Telegram channel, kindly join the Telegram channel. Links of all the channels is given in the description, so make sure you check it. Now let's take a look at the objectives. Before taking a look at the objectives, there is one sentence which I have mentioned, that regulations passed by RBI and rules passed by Central Government of India. Now, what does this mean? And it's an important point because it can be asked in statement reason. Whenever regulations is mentioned, who is dealing with it? RBI. And whenever rules are mentioned, who is dealing with it? Central Government of India. So, the regulations for FEMA, who is controlling it, who is governing it, who is having the authority? RBI. And for the rules, who is governing it? Central Government of India. So you have to note it down in this. So you need to note down in your books as well that regulations is RBI and rules is Central Government of India for FEMA. Now let's take a look at the objectives. To consolidate and amend law relating to foreign exchange. Now, very easy, that whatever the laws are there relating to the transactions that we are doing with the foreign countries, when India is transacting with any other country, when the citizens of India are transacting with any other foreign country, so whatever the rules are there, whatever the regulations are there, provisions are there, if it is being followed, if there are any changes that needs to be made, who will be looking over it? FEMA. This is one of the objective of FEMA. Next is facilitating external trade and payments. Now, simple point, whatever external trade and payments you are doing, it should be done smoothly, it should be done properly. Whose objective it is? FEMA's. Regulation of employment, business and investment of non-residents. This is non-residents, not no. Again, if any citizen is starting up a business in another country or they are doing any investments, and if he is not a resident, then who is going to look over that? Also FEMA will be looking over it. Remove imbalance of payments. Now, imbalance of payments. What is balance of payments? You have to know what is balance of payments, then you will understand imbalance of payments. So, as we have learned in accountancy, we have a balance sheet where we have liabilities and assets, and at the end of the year we determine what is the financial position of the company. And how will it be determined? Then we check whether the balance sheet is tallying, if there are any outstanding liabilities. So this balance sheet is of a company. Similarly, balance of payments is of a country, that how much a country has spent and how much the country has gained, what is the revenue, what is the expenditure, what kind of accounts are involved, current account, capital account. So the topic balance of payment is very important from our exam point of view. Both NET and SET This topic we'll be discussing in detail in the coming few classes. So as of now, you just need to understand whenever there is a mismatch in the balance of payment, means the revenue and expenditure, whenever there is a mismatch, then who is going to make sure to remove it, to balance it out? FEMA. It is one of the objectives of FEMA. Last point is to make strong and develop foreign exchange market. Very simple, very easy to understand. That the transactions, that the process, the business, the investment with the foreign country should be smooth, helpful, beneficial for both the countries. So now this objectives you don't have to write in your notes. This is just for you to understand the basic concept of FEMA. They won't be directly asking you ki, okay, they won't be giving you 4 options and then they'll ask you which one is not the objective. No, they won't do that. This is just for you to understand. This is there in our syllabus just to make sure that the students are understanding the concept of FEMA. No need to learn it, by heart it, and no need to write it down in your notes. If you feel you need to revise it once, just come back to this video and just have a look at only this topic and you can again go off. So don't write this in your notes. Now the next topic, penalties, this you need to write it in your notes because this is important and you have to learn it as well. Penalties, okay. Now penalties. Now first penalty. What is the first penalty saying? That whenever if any person is not following the rules, the guidelines, the provisions, then he has to penalty of sum involved. Now what does this statement line mean? Sum involved, 3 times sum involved. Suppose he has done a transaction of say 5 lakh and he has not followed the proper rules, proper guidelines. So in this case, 3 times of 5 lakhs, that is 15 lakhs penalty he will be charged and he has to pay. But when we have to pay this 3 times, when it is quantifiable. Now what is quantifiable? Quantifiable means whenever you can count it in numbers, in liter, whenever you can measure it, how many tons, in how many liters, in how many meters, so or the amount. So these all things are quantifiable. Whenever the transaction is done in a way where you can count it, where you can measure it in terms of numbers, figures, that time the penalty you will have to pay is the amount, that is how much you have invested. If you have invested 10 lakh, then 3 times of 10 lakh, 30 lakh. 30 lakh you will have to pay as a penalty. And if it is non-quantifiable, then the amount you will have to pay will be 2 lakhs because you cannot multiply it with anything, right? Non-quantifiable means it's not measurable. So directly you will be paying 2 lakhs. Understood? Till here? Now the second point, what does the second point state? The second point says that if the contravention is continuing, then penalty may extend to 5,000. Suppose now here we have taken the example of 15 lakh. Now if you have not paid that 15 lakh within the time limit specified, then what are they going to do? One day they will be giving you as a buffer. Till one day they will give you a time. Then after that day, after the limit that has been given to you, it expires, it goes beyond that limit, then from right next day 5,000 will be added in this 15 lakh. So it will be 15 lakh plus 5,000 every day till you pay that amount. Till the amount is paid, 5,000 per day will be added to your penalty amount. Understood both the sentences? It's very easy. Don't write in such long way how I have written. I have written so that you can understand it when you will be revising if you feel any difficulty. But when you are making your notes, you should make it very short and crisp. Don't write each and every line like an essay how you used to do in your college time. Don't do that. Just write it in pointers. Now how you'll write penalty ka point? Write quantifiable 3 into X, non-quantifiable 2 lakhs, and if it is a continuing one, then write 5K per day. You have to develop this thing of writing it in points, because I'm telling you, trust me, it's going to be very helpful for you all when you will be doing the revision just 1 day, 2 day before exams. Do you think 1 day, 2 day before exams, all 10 units you will be able to revise? No, you won't. How? At least you can manage to just take a glance by writing in short manner. In one single book, you have to maintain the notes of all 10 units in just one single book. That should be your goal. Then and then only your revision will be able to complete in 2 days before the exam. Even I had managed it, so I am sure you all can manage it. If I can manage it, you all can manage it. So don't make sure one unit will be completed in 3 to 4 or max 5 pages. Don't go beyond 5 pages for one unit. Okay. Now we'll take a look at the third penalty. What is the third penalty saying? That if you have acquired or you have purchased any, or you have invested in any foreign investment, in any foreign property, and if the limit is exceeding, means whatever the limit is, beyond that limit you're going and investing, purchasing, then again 3 times that amount you will be charged as penalty. Again I'll take example of 10 lakhs. 3 times of 10 lakhs, that means 30 lakhs you will be charged as penalty. Also, whatever asset, whatever investment you have done, that also will be confiscated. Confiscated means what? Confiscated means it will be taken away from you. The ownership rights which were given to you, it will be taken and it will be in the hands of government. The ownership right also will be taken away from you. Next is also punishable with imprisonment for term which may extend to 5 years with fine. Simple sentence that in severe cases you can be sent to prison, that is jail, and it can be for a year of tenure of 5 years, and also there will be some fine charged for the same. The last point says that, for example, in any case, in any situation, you need to file a complaint. So the court will accept a complaint in writing only and only if a assistant director, his rank is of assistant director or above, then only the complaint filed will be entertained by the court. Means court will then take a look at that case. If it is not filed by assistant director or a rank higher than that, then the court won't approve it. They won't take a look at that complaint. This complaint point is not so important. Till now they haven't asked, but just keep it in mind, write it in short somewhere. But these penalties and years, these are very important. It was asked, it is asked, and it will be asked, because it is a bit confusing also for students. So they will definitely ask. Rank wala you can, well, just write and keep it. Like kabhi kabhar you have seen, so it will be good. But penalties too you have to memorize. Okay. Now we'll go ahead with another topic. Consumer Protection Act. Now, Consumer Protection Act. The short form for Consumer Protection Act is COPRA. Okay. Now, this act is again of which year? 2019. Replace, this is not the right word. It wasn't replaced. It's just amended. 2019 amended which year's act? 1986 COPRA. The first time the Consumer Protection Act was formed was in 1986 and it was amended in 2019. Okay. Remember both the years, very important, note it down in your books. Now objectives. Again, just for understanding. Ease overall process of consumer grievance redressal system. Now, better mechanism to dispose consumer complaints in speedy manner, help in disposal of large number of pending cases in consumer courts across the nation. Now, what all these 3 points mean is that whenever a consumer purchases some goods or avails some services and he is not happy with it, he is cheated, or the seller has not given him the exact product, he is not refunding it, he is not compensating it, that time the consumer can go to a office, you can say. Here it is, the proper name given is Consumer Grievance Redressal System. It's just an office where the consumers can go and file their complaints. Whenever the consumer is filing a complaint there, the time taken should not be more. It should be done smoothly so that the consumers are given proper solution, they are given proper answer to their complaints. Also, the main objective of COPRA is that whenever a complaint is filed, it should not be kept pending for a long time. COPRA's main objective is that whenever a complaint is filed by a consumer, it should be resolved quickly. There shouldn't be any pending thing. Means overall they are trying to make that system of filing, resolving to be quick. Whenever a complaint is filed, resolve it. Whatever the resolution will be, inform it to consumer. So basically this is the objective, to help the customers, to help the consumers is the objective of COPRA, and to protect them also. Okay. Now pointers, important, you have to note it down. First pointer is consumer. Now, as per the Consumer Protection Act 2019, what does consumer means? Who is the consumer? As per the COPRA Act, consumer is a person who is buying goods or services, okay, but he is buying that goods and services for whom? Himself. If a person is purchasing a laptops and he is selling it to someone else, he has purchased a laptop and he is selling it to someone else, then he is not a consumer, but sold that product. Whenever a person is purchasing a product and he is reselling it, he is selling it for a commercial purpose, he is using it for a commercial purpose and not for a personal use, that time that person won't be considered as a consumer. He will also be considered as a seller only. Only if suppose you are going purchasing a laptop, you are using it. But if you are going purchasing a laptop, putting it in a cyber cafe or an internet cafe, then that is not for your personal use, it is for a commercial purpose. So you won't be the consumer as per COPRA. Got it? This is the basic definition. This is very important. It is asked in a statement reason. Okay? Make sure you note it down. Next is CCPA. Now, what do you mean by CCPA? CCPA is a short form for Central Consumer Protection Authority. As the name says, Consumer Protection Authority. So, what this authority will do? This authority is formed mainly to protect the consumers, to make them aware of their rights. What are the rights? How can they use that rights? If they are cheated or they are any fraud is done against them, then where they can go and file the complaints. So basically, to help out the consumers, this authority is formed. And who has formed this authority? Central government. Now as the units get completed, you will get confused कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने रूल्स किए थे फेमा के, क्या रेगुलेशंस, CCPA सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने किया था. Like that things will come into your mind. So make sure note these things, because in exams also you get students get confused that who had done what, who had set up what. So write it that CCPA, who will set up CCPA? Central government. And what is the role? To protect, promote the consumers. Also, one of the important role of CCPA would be that if any misleading ads are being done, then to stop these ads, to ban these ads is also one of the objectives of CCPA. Misleading ads, I hope you know what is misleading ads. For example, suppose a health drink ad is running on television, and in that ad they are saying that if a person drinks this health drink just for a week, then they'll be able to lose 20 kgs of weight just by drinking this health drink for a week. So do you think it is possible? No, it's not possible. It's a false claim. So in such cases, who is going to protect consumers? CCPA. How they will be protecting? By stopping such ads which can mislead the consumers. Now what would be the penalties that CCPA will impose? Now make sure you are writing FEMA and all the main points of FEMA and FEMA's penalties. Then below that or besides that, you are going to write COPRA and all the main points and penalties of COPRA. And don't get confused between the penalties of FEMA and COPRA. Okay. Now the penalties of COPRA will be 10 lakhs and imprisonment up to 2 years in case of misleading ads. How you can write it? 10 lakhs plus 2 years, and just write misleading ads. Okay. And in case of subsequent offense means if they have still not stopped it, or if they are doing that same mistake again and again, then in that case 50 lakhs will be charged plus 5 years. Here you can write subsequent. Okay. Make it a habit to write it in short manners. So what is exactly the objectives of COPRA? What does consumer mean as per COPRA? What is CCPA? Who is setting up CCPA? What would be the penalties that CCPA will be imposing? Everything is clear? If not, just go back for a minute or two and just revise it once again. And make sure you are writing the notes of penalties. Now we'll take a look at the consumer rights. What are the consumer rights? Okay. Now consumer rights. What are the consumer rights under the COPRA? So there are some original rights and there are some additional rights. So the original rights are basically of which year? 1986. And the additional rights were amended when? In 2019. So now first we'll take a look at the original rights, and yes, you have to remember what are original rights. Like they can ask an exam out of this 3 and some one random name they'll give you, which are the rights, which are the consumer rights. So you have to remember the names. What it actually means is not difficult, but you have to remember the names. So there is a short form to remember this name, again by mnemonics. So you'll remember it by this mnemonic SERCHE. Okay. You have to make mnemonics in such a way that it should be very funny. So you'll be easily able to remember it and recollect it during exam. So remember it, SERCHE, original rights. SERCHE, essay. You have to repeat after me when I say SERCHE. So then it is funny, I know, because when I used to learn, I used to also feel why my educators and teachers are telling it to me, asking us to remember. It's so funny. How can we say it out loud? Like what? But trust me, these things only you will remember during the exams. So remember it in this way, SERCHE. You should write down in your book also this mnemonics when you will be writing the original rights like safety, heard, inform, education, seek, redressal, choose. So write it in short form also, that SERCHE. Consumer rights, SERCHE. Like that you need to remember. So now what does I stands for? Right to safety. Now right to safety means whenever a consumer is going to buy the product or avail any service, it is the right of the consumer that he should know that whether that product or whether that service that he is going to take is useful for him, is safe for him. So this is the first right, that whatever the product or whatever the service he is getting, He has the right to know whether it is safe for him. Right to be heard. For example, you have allergy to some medicines, and when you are going to a medical store, you are specifically mentioning it to them that you have allergic to this medicines, so don't give me this medicine in which XYZ ingredient is there, give me some ABC medicine. But if that medical person is not listening, is not hearing, is not paying attention to what details you are giving, and even after you saying don't give the medicine with XYZ ingredient, give me with ABC ingredient, but still if that medical person is giving you with XYZ ingredient, it is going to affect your health, right? First of all, it is not safe. Second, when you are giving him the instructions, specific instructions, he is not paying heed to it, he is not listening it. So this is violating the right of consumer, where it is mentioned that consumers have the right to be heard. Next is to be informed. Consumer should be informed about each and every details of the product and services which he is purchasing. Education. Education means the consumer should be aware of what are his rights, where he can go and file the complaint, what all actions can be taken by him. So he should be made aware. Now many of you, if you go and ask your parents, you know what is COPRA? Do you know if anyone is doing any fraud with you while selling a product or service? Do you know where you should go, you should file the complaint? No, many of them don't know. So this is only mentioned in consumer rights, and we had learnt it in CCPA also, that CCPA is responsible to promote these rights. Means CCPA has the authority and responsibility to make the citizens aware of their rights, what all rights they have as a consumer. Next is to seek redressal. Now seek redressal means what? Whenever they have been ditched or cheated, or there is a fraud done to them, they have the right to go and complain in that office which I had mentioned earlier, grievance redressal system. There they have the right to go and file the complaint. To choose, now very easy. Suppose even if we go to buy fruits, so for example mangoes, if you are going to buy mangoes, you have the right that you will pick up each piece, you will check whether it is rotten, if it is raw, or if it is it's not having that particular fragrance. You must have seen your mothers going and checking. Whenever they buy vegetables, they'll check it. If you are going to buy a dress, you'll check whether it is not torn, or some of the zardozi or something work which is done on it, it has not come out. If you're going to purchase a phone, you'll check how is the camera quality, everything. If you like, then only you will buy. So what it means that the consumer has the right to choose. The ऐसा नहीं whatever the seller is going to give you have to buy that. No, you have the right कि अच्छा show me 3 pieces of this mobile, I'll choose which color I want, which MP का camera I want, or which color dress I want. You have the right to choose. That is what right to choose means in consumer rights. So search, you know what is the full form of search? Safety, informed, redressal, choose, heard, and last is education. Remember, these are the original rights. Now we'll take a look at the additional rights. So the first additional right is to seek compensation. Seek compensation. What does compensation mean? That if the product which he has purchased is not right, there is a default in that product, there is a defect in that product, if the customer is not happy with the service, whatever service was promised, suppose you have purchased a laptop and if the display is not working, or if it is not having proper audio system, that laptop, if there are any other problems related to GB or the RAM, anything, then the consumer has right that he should be paid compensation for the money he has paid for that laptop. Next is to complain from anywhere. Now, for example, you have gone to some state to travel. For example, you are traveling to which state I will say. For example, you are going to Gujarat. Okay, you have traveled to Gujarat and you have purchased some of the famous traditional dresses of theirs, chanya choli or something of that kind, or the saris which are typically their state. You have purchased it in bulk, okay? And suppose when you have purchased it, you have seen and you have checked everything is fine. But when you come home, you see that the shopkeeper didn't give you what you had selected, or there is a defect in that sari or dress or whatever. So, and you are staying in Pune. So, is it possible for you to travel from Pune to Gujarat just to get it exchanged, get it refund, or complain or fight with him? Is it possible for you or anyone to go back to that state from where you had purchased it? No, it's not possible. More than the refund amount or the purchase amount, your traveling amount will be way higher, right? So it's not affordable. So what does this additional right say? That the person can complain from anywhere, means you can stay here itself in your state and you can complain, file a complaint. That is what complain from anywhere means. Next is protect consumer class. Very simple, to protect the consumers. Fourth is hearing using video conference. Now during the pandemic, video conference has become very popular. Earlier we used to not use it so much, or many of us used to not use it, but now maximum people know what is video call, what is video conference, how to use it. So this is also a method for filing your complaints. Your complaints can be heard through video conference as well. Fifth would be to know the rejection of complaint. Now the consumer or the customer has the right why his complaint was rejected. Like if he has filed a complaint for this laptop thing. So if the redressal system rejects his complaint, his complaint is not being solved, or they are saying that the seller was right, he has given you all the information, he is not at fault, you won't be getting any refund. So in this case, the consumer has the right to know why it was done so, why was his complaint that he had filed was rejected. Simple. Additional rights are very easy because all these words are so big, like a sentence: to complain from anywhere, to protect. These are very a bit high-fi words, you can say, not simple plain words, and easy to understand, easy to remember. But if you see at original rights, it can be confusing as the unit goes ahead. So for original rights, remember this mnemonic, and additional rights you don't need to actually ratify, you just remember by looking at it, like how the consumers can, like what are the additional consumer rights. I hope consumer rights is clear to all. Now I'll go ahead with next topic. Dispute Redressal Commission. Now, dispute redressal. We have heard this word earlier also in before slides, that redressal, seek redressal, seek redressal. So dispute redressal commission means where the consumer can go and file his complaint as per the various levels. First level will be the district level, then would be the state, then would be the national, and as per the various levels there are specific rules which we have to remember, specific points which we need to remember. Now first we'll see what happens at district level, what are the important points of district level. Now in district level, see, basic point: complaint filed, no, it should be filed by consumer association, central government, central authority, or state government. Next point: value of goods or services not more than 1 crore. In district, what it is given, that it should be 1 crore or below 1 crore, equal to or less than 1 crore. Okay, goods and service ka value. And whenever a consumer is filing a complaint in district forum, in district commission, how much time is given to the district committee to resolve that complaint, to solve that issue? That is 3 months. In 3 months, they have to provide some solution to the consumer. And whatever the process is, if they have to do in-depth investigation, how much time they'll take? 5 months. Write it in a short manner. Again, I am saying write district. Write first point, value of goods 1 crore equal or less. Second point, 3 months for disposing of the complaint, and so on. Now, next point says aggrieved person. Aggrieved person means if whoever has filed the complaint, if they are not satisfied with the solution given by the district forum, they can take that complaint and go ahead. Go ahead. Where will they go ahead? They'll go ahead with state commission. See, state commission. And till when they can take that complaint to state commission? Till which day? 45th day. Within 45 days. Now in district commission, suppose on 12th Jan the complaint is rejected, or the solution that the district commission has given, person is not happy with it, then 12th Jan say 45 days tak the person can go and complain or raise an appeal in state commission. 45 days if it passes, then he can't go to state commission. And who all are the members of district commission? Like, what is the committee who will be taking all these decisions? There should be one president. That one president, who will he be? He will be either working or a retired judge of a district. And the other two members, from them at least one must be female, one must be woman. Write it in this way, that one president, write judge, district, and write two other members, and one should be female. Essay you have to write three तीनों का, like district का also you write, state का you write, and then national का you write in short manner. Don't write it in sentence. Understood? Simple, but you have to remember this. This is asked in exam. This whole slide is important. Okay, entire slide. Now, what will be state rules? Now, in district, it was less than 1 crore or up to 1 crore. In state, it is 1 to 10 crore, the value. And also in state, one more point is there. Other than goods or services, contracts, unfair contracts of goods and services will also be filed, and the values will be same, 1 to 10 crore. Along with the goods and services, unfair contracts of that goods and services can also be filed in state commission. Now the third point, appeal against order of any district. What does this point mean? Third point, that here we had seen ki if in district someone is not happy with the solution, in 45 days they have to go to state. So when they come to state, the state has to resolve the district person's ka problem. That is what it is given in this point. And if someone is not happy with the solution given by state, then where they'll go? They'll go to the national commission. If you're not happy in district, go to state. Not happy with state, go to national. And when you will go to national, in how many days you have to go to national? Within 30 days. Remember, state, when you're going to state, 45 days. When you're going to national, 15 days come. Like, it will go in decreasing order. 45, 30. As you need to remember. And whenever state commission has to dispose the complaint files, the time will be 90 days. Don't get confused. In district, how many days they had told to dispose the complaints? 3 months. 3 months कितना होता है? 90 days. And same they have given in state also, but instead of 3 months, what they have written? 90 days. ऐसा they give to confuse you. Exams में also you will see the questions like that. So 3 months 90 days, 2 months 60 days, you have to remember both ways. Days maybe, months maybe, or 6 months will be half yearly. As also you have to remember. Okay? In exam they will confuse you. National में what they have given? That the value of goods and services is above 10 crore. Okay? National में goods and services above 10 crore and unfair contracts also above 10 crore. District below 1 crore, state between 1 to 10, national below 10. National above 10 and unfair contracts also above 10. And whenever a person is not happy with the solutions given by the National Commission, they can go ahead with Supreme Court. And how much time they will take? 30 days. Same as from district, state to national, 30 days. Same national to Supreme Court, it will be 30 days. See, to dispose the complaint, they will take 90 days, that is 3 months. All commissions, district, state, national. And when you are going from district to state, 45 days, state to national, 30 days, and national to Supreme Court, 30 days. Understood? Simple, basic, easy, nothing difficult. So I hope you have understood the different levels of dispute redressal commission. What are the 3 levels? District, state, national. What are the important points that you have to note it down in your book? That is value of goods and services, disposal time. If you are not happy with that commission, where you can go in how many days, and who all are the members of the commission. Understood? Very good. So that's all with this topic. I hope you have understood what is COPRA and what is FEMA now. I had to take CSR also today only, but I guess you have enough to learn today, as there are many penalties and different days, different levels for you to remember. So I'll stop this class today till here only, and now in next class we'll start with CSR and the various models. Next class will be the last class of business environment. After that we'll start with international business. International business and business environment both are of same unit, don't get confused. Same unit ka part it is. And yes, from now on, I guess in a week span, I'll be uploading 2 videos so that there is not a long gap between the rest of the videos. Earlier, I had some things in my hand which I was busy with. Now, I have a lot of time for uploading the videos, so I'll make sure I'm uploading it a bit early, like 2 videos in a day, so that you won't have much gap between the video of your language. So if you have understood what all I have taught in this video, please do hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it. It's free of cost. Just to hit that subscribe button, it won't charge you a penny. So subscribe to my channel. If you have any suggestions, comment it. Please share this video with your friends. Also, if you have any other queries, you can ask me on Telegram also. The links of all the various channels has been given in the description box. Email, Telegram, Insta, Facebook, everything is given in the description. You can join it. And that's it for today. See you in the next class. Till then, bye. Take care. Have a nice day.